Less than 20 years after Burns' death, a committee made up of some of his supporters began to plan to memorialize the great poet. The result is this 21 meters 70 feet high Grecian-style temple designed by Sir Thomas Hamilton Jr. and complete with 9 pillars representing muses from Greek mythology. The monument was funded by subscriptions and opened in 1823. There is no admission fee for monument and gardens. You can climb up the monument staircase to take in the spectacular views of Alloway and the surrounding landscape, and enjoy a stroll around the landscape gardens. Here the rose is the main feature in homage to Burns' famous poem. The Burns Monument and Memorial Gardens stand on a sloping site on the north bank of the river Doon, overlooking the Brig Doon. The monument and gardens come under the umbrella of the Robert Burns Birthplace Museum. Operated by the National Trust for Scotland, this magnificent museum is well worth a visit in its own right. And it also brings together all the places associated with Robert Burns in Alloway. These include Brig Doon, Aldkirk Alloway, and Burns Cottage. It is interesting to note that although Robert Burns died still a very young man in 1796, his fame was already spreading widely. As early as 1814, a committee formed under the chairmanship of Sir Alexander Boswell, son of the writer James Boswell, to discuss the establishment of a monument to Burns in his birthplace, Alloway. Almost in a sense of competition with a similar committee which was at the same time discussing the erection of mausoleum at Burns' burial place in Dumfries. As you approach the monument, you will see a large statue of Robert Burns standing with the 9 pillars supporting the roof. Another door gives access to a set of stairs which lead to the walkway around the top of the main body of the monument. This offers excellent views over the ornamental garden surroundings the monument and of the river Doon below. Complete with the Brig Doon, when originally built, the monument also gave views of north to Burns Cottage, but these were cut when the new Alloway Church was built in 1857.
When chapel fellows leave the street, and drouthy neighbours meet, as market days are wearing late and folk begin to tack the gate, while we sit boozing at the nappy and getting fou and unca happy, we think on the land Scots miles, the mosses, waters, slaps and stiles that lie between us and our aim, where sits our sulky, sullen dame, gathering her brows like gathering storm, nursing her wrath to keep tam shanta, as he frae air ae night did canter, all there, wha ne'er a tune surpasses for honest men and bonny lasses. Ah, Tam, hadst thou been sae wise as ta'en thy ain wife Kate's advice, She told me weel there was a skellum, a blethering, blustering, drunken blellum that frae November till May was Carashuon, the swift and the can roaring fuon. They're at the Lord's house, even on Sunday.
Follow in Tam O'Shanter's footsteps across the cobblestone bridge that spans the River Doon. Also known as Old Brig, Doon is the original 15th century cobblestone bridge, and it provided the setting for one of the Burn's most famous works. This is the bridge that Tam O'Shanter raced across on horseback, fleeing from witches and warlocks. Legend tells they are unable to cross the water. The poor mare Mag is not quite as fortunate as Tam and loses her tail. Today it's a popular spot for tour groups, photographers and wedding parties to gather and take in the unspoiled scenic views of the Ayrshire countryside. The narrow arched footbridge is such an iconic landmark that it even features on a Scottish 5-pound note.